don't have any hot water.
Yeah, you're right, we ain't got no hot water. We don't even have a drip, not a flow or anything. So there's got to be a restriction somewhere. Hi, I'm Ricky from RV Underway. If you enjoyed the RV lifestyle and love learning more about it, we encourage you to subscribe, ring that bell to be notified whenever new content is available. And also, leave us a comment, give us a thumbs up, we'd certainly appreciate it. Now we got to figure out what's wrong with this. We got water pressure on the cold water side, but we have no pressure, no flow on the hot water side. So the first thing I'm gonna do is check the hot water heater outside. All right, before we go outside and check the hot water heater, we're gonna make sure that it's actually on, and the 120 volts is on, and our LP gas is off because we're not using the gas. But our hot water is on, and it's been on for about 15 minutes, so we should have hot water. But I'm gonna go check it outside at the hot water heater. Here's the hot water heater on our coach. It's at the very rear of the coach. It's accessible on the inside through a cabinet. On the outside, of course, you access it right here. It may be different on your coach or your RV. This is a typical gas electric hot water heater. This is the drain valve at the bottom. Sometimes that houses your anode rod. And this is the pressure valve at the top. Now I can manually open this pressure valve, and if I do that and I get hot water here, then I know the tank is full of hot water because the hot water rises. The input to the tank is at the bottom, the output is at the top on the back side. So I'm going to open this valve right here and see if that water is hot. Yeah, that water's hot. So I know I've got hot water here, so I know my hot water heater is working, but somewhere inside, whether a bypass valve or otherwise, is shut, or maybe I got a check valve somewhere that's broken or clogged. So we're gonna go inside now. All right, on the inside of our RV, the hot water heater is located right behind that cabinet right there. So we're gonna get down there and check the bypass valve. All right, as you can see, the bypass valve is set to normal flow, which should be hot water coming out of the top of the tank and going out this way. And that's the arrow in which the handle indicates normal flow right here. Now if I go to bypass, guess what I get? Cold water. So what I'm going to do is go back to normal flow, and guess what happens? Now we're back to no water flow. In doing my research online, I know that there is a check valve which stops cold water from flowing backward into the tank on the output side. And that is that brass valve that we see right there in the center of the picture. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and secure the water outside. I'm going to drain the tank, and then I'm going to remove that coupling, and then go ahead and remove that check valve and see if that spring-loaded valve inside is faulted or corroded and is stopping the flow from the output side. Since I have flow in the bypass direction, I know that my only problem can be the output side of the tank, because as you can see outside, I have flow from the overpressure valve out there, which means the tank has pressure and should be putting out on the hot side. Since we're draining all the water out of the tank, you have to cut your hot water off. You don't want to burn up that heating element. All right, now we're going to go back in here and disconnect the input hose, which fills up the hot water tank with cold water. And then we're going to remove that check valve. Here's the valve, and this is the flow direction. You can tell by the arrows. Hot water should be flowing out of the top of the tank, through the valve, and out to the spigots and the faucets, and not allowing cold water to come back into the top of the tank. But this one, there's no flow in either direction. That thing is stopped up. So we're going to remedy that because I don't have a new check valve. We're going to go ahead and gut this check valve so we can get hot water, and then we'll order a check valve tomorrow. All right, I've taken my check valve and I've gutted it so it's just a straight shot. That'll do and get us hot water until I can get us a check valve and get it installed. I got my plumber's tape, or Teflon tape as some people still call it. I'm gonna go ahead and tape both ends of it, put it back in.
I need a pillow. This floor is hard.
Do you see the connector?
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna watch that for leaks, okay?
Sure.
I'm gonna go put the plug in and turn the water back on.
Okay.
So, are there any leaks down there?
I don't see any. The floor's not wet, and I don't see anything coming out of your little contraption down here.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, that means the tank is filling up, and I'm gonna go out there and we don't have the hot water heater turned on yet, but I'm gonna let it flow for a little while to fill that tank up.
Okay.
All right, it sputtered and popped for a little while as it bled the air off that tank as the tank was filling up. And now it's come to a solid flow, which tells me the tank is full. So I'm gonna shut this off and then turn the hot water on, and in about 15 minutes we'll check it again. All right, do you have any hot water?
Let's get in there. Yay!
So if you run across this same problem, make sure you check that check valve on the output side of your hot water heater. Make sure it's not damaged, corroded, froze, spring is broke. We're gonna have to replace ours, but for the time being, we got hot water, and we're happy. If you enjoy the RV lifestyle and love learning more about it, we encourage you to subscribe. Click that bell to be notified when new content is available. Give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment on this video, and also share our videos. We would certainly appreciate it. And until I see you again, fair winds and following seas.